Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here in the Floor Concept Studios on a fun Friday, joined by Coach Vic Evans.
How's it going, man?
Well, I'm one day away from vacation, so it's going really good.
You're all ready for that. And the Stars are in the house today.
Yeah, and that's really good, too. We're going to have a fun day here today. It's Player of the Year Day here on Live at 5. Green River Area Federal Credit Union guest of the game. We got Caden Ray coming up about 5:15, 5:20. Got a Dano's LA5 with 5 big questions. Talk about some third region. It's a big news dump today for the third region, every sport, I feel like. We're going to open the show with our softball player of the year, all area player of the year. The beast, Jessie Daniels, is in the house. 4th straight third region title for Daviess County, and you led the way there. 500 batting average, 61 RBIs, 18 bombs, single season record, and overall home run queen of Daviess County. Welcome to Live at 5.
Thank you very much.
We talk about you a lot. It's nice to have you here in studio. But first of all, congratulations not only on another third region title, but I saw you on the front page of the Messenger this week graduating, so congratulations on all your accomplishments.
Thank you.
And, man, I tell you, we're kind of on pins and needles. I know that my daughter was graduating Wednesday, and so I only got to catch bits and pieces of the game, but as I was following along the score, it got kind of tight there. The Lady Aces made it tough on you guys, and then you come to the plate, full count, tie the game with one swing of the bat. Talk about that particular at-bat.
So that at-bat, I had told myself, I was like, so the whole tournament I had been struggling a little bit with my at-bats. So that at-bat, I was telling myself, I was like, you can only go up from here. You've had a few bad at-bats. I had my second at-bat of the game, I had a pretty good hit, which drove in a run. But that third at-bat, I was like, just let all the stress go. You can only go up from here. So I just told myself, make contact. I'm thinking line drive. I'm not trying to send one 300 feet. Just thinking line drive, put in some runs.
That's what all the great hitters say, right?
That's what they say.
I'm not thinking homer. I'm just thinking put it in play.
But they still all go like 400 feet.
Yeah. 3-2 count, and then boom, it was gone, right? I mean, when gone off the bat, you knew as soon as you swung the bat?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then your teammate
when you hit as many as she does, Steve, she knows. She knows. Maybe one all year she didn't know.
And then Annie comes up right behind you and goes back to back to give you guys a 5-4 lead, and you guys, move on to the state tournament. You've been playing since 8th. You've been on the varsity roster since 8th grade, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So you don't even know what it's like to not win region.
No,
at this point.
I don't.
I mean, all the way back to
unreal, isn't it?
It's
unreal.
I was talking with some of my underclassmen teammates today, and they were talking about how they're kind of nervous for state because they've never really been in this position before. And I was like, it's weird, like, them saying that because I've kind of gotten used to it, and it's not as stressful as it used to be.
Used to it.
I've gotten
used to being playing at the state tournament. It's awesome.
That's a dynasty is what that is. And, Coach Biggs, talk about playing under Coach Biggs and that program that he's built there, where you guys are just passing the torch, really, at this point.
You couldn't ask for a better coach. There's not a better coach in the third region, in the state, in the country, in my opinion. I love Coach Biggs with everything in me. He's built the culture of this team. Like, the culture is the biggest thing that we talk about as a team. He's built it from the ground up. We work everything you could imagine at practice. I think that's why we're such a good team on the field and off the field. We have that bond that a lot of teams don't have. Everyone's close. There's no drama. Like, we all get along really well, and that's all because of him. He built that.
One thing that I didn't get to get down to Grayson, but I watched it thanks to K105. The one thing I found refreshing and also kind of shocking you don't see is, it's in the 5th inning, you're down 4-2, and this is a team that had kind of been anointed as, the team, a state championship contender. The region was an afterthought. And Steve and I see this when we called the baseball game when it starts getting tight. Teams, and you can physically see them get tight on the field.
A lot, yeah.
And they hit the big home run. They go up 4-2, and it's just like, okay, let's just go. I mean, you didn't see that tightness. It was just like just playing another game.
That's what Coach Biggs said after the game. He was like, y'all didn't freak out. Like, we try to keep our composure. We stay in the game because we have confidence in ourselves. We don't lay down and let somebody beat us. We fight back. That's one of the big things with our team. We don't take anything for granted. We fight back. And
you got a whole team. Talk about your teammates a little bit. I mean, it's through the tournament season, it's been somebody different. I feel like almost every single night, and it's a big testament to the depth of the lineup you guys have.
Yeah. So this year, I mean, we have production through the whole lineup. Like, that's one of the things that I keep saying. Like, we were underestimated at the beginning of the season because we lost 8 seniors. But, I mean, this year, this lineup, like, it's production everywhere. If the top of the lineup's slacking, the bottom picks us up. If the bottom's slacking, the top picks us up. It's just all through the lineup. We can always count on each other.
And you got about 3 pitchers you can march out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody down, right?
Yeah.
Including Rayleigh Roby, who's
the Cy Young Award winner.
Right, and pitching the state championship game, kind of led you guys a couple years ago and then last year as well. But, anytime you feel like maybe the bats go cold, you can always depend on Rayleigh.
Absolutely. See, we try to keep that pressure off of her because when we're not hitting as a team, it kind of stresses her out. So we're like, we'll pick you up there, Rayleigh.
Give me some support, she said.
I've got to know. Nobody's listening, so I just got to know. In practice, when you go up and you get to face her in practice, who gets the better of that? You can be honest.
Rayleigh. Yeah, it's Rayleigh. See, sometimes I get a good hit off her here and there, but it's usually Rayleigh.
She's been tough, man, her whole career, and I think it gives you guys puts you guys in great position. I've been able to follow you even closer because of the Cole Birch podcast, the Panther pod, right? I mean, they've done a great job with that. Talk about that a little bit, and it's really put a nice spotlight there on Daviess County Athletics.
The Panther Den podcast?
Yes. Yeah.
He does a great thing with that. I think everyone really appreciates that. He's put a lot of time and effort into that, and he's all for it for the sport. Saw some live tweeting out there during some of your games, man. I mean, he did a great job with that, but now you're going back, 4th trip at state, What's the expectations? I mean, you guys going in, is it state championship? That's what we're all thinking. See, on our side of the bracket, we don't really have very much competition that we've seen. So all the teams that we've struggled with in the past are on the other side of the bracket. So we're hoping that we can get up there, go far. That's the plan.
All the way.
Well, Steve's hoping you got to get to next weekend.
Got to go 2 weeks.
Yeah, because he misses this weekend's games. 1027 will be up there.
That's right.
And we'll have both the baseball and softball state tournament. But unfortunately, Steve's down in Florida. I mean, he's going to have it rough. Alabama. He's down there on the beach somewhere doing something, with the drink that's got an umbrella in it.
Yeah.
So he's begging to make sure you win at least 2 games so he gets to go back up there the next weekend.
Yeah, we'll do it for you.
I appreciate that. I really do. They pick me up while I'm on vacation. I'll come back and then call you guys state championship run. But have you envisioned it? Now that you've been there a few times, and it's one. For some people, it's nice just to go. But this is your 4th trip, and now it's about hoisting that trophy. Have you envisioned this path?
Absolutely. I mean, with the shot that we have this year, it's crazy. It's all I've thought about really in the past week or 2.
We got Caden Ray on deck here in a minute. Who can hit the ball farther, you or him?
I couldn't even tell you.
Come on, you're supposed. Who's going to win the home run derby contest?
Softball. If we're hitting with softball, it's me.
Okay.
I couldn't hit a baseball as far as him. I wouldn't say.
Well, that's a great answer. That's a nice political answer.
That is a nice. I would like to see Roby. I would like to see Roby versus Caden Ray on a softball field. You see those all the time in the major league.
I can tell you how that's going to end.
The baseball guys don't want no part
they want no part of it. No part of it.
I certainly I wouldn't. But before we get you out of here, Jessie, talk about some of your favorite memories being a Daviess County Panther.
See, I get asked this question a lot. It's the same answer always. The state championship, my sophomore year. I mean, the atmosphere in that ball game, the crowd, the stadium, just being on that field surrounded by so many people that support you, that's just something that I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Absolutely. And what's it going to take, for you guys to get to the pinnacle and then hoist that trophy, be state champs? What do you guys got to do to get it done?
Work hard. Just continue to do what we're doing. Keep practicing. Keep staying focused. just continue to work hard.
I think it bodes well that you guys handle adversity so well, because there's going to be adversity.
There's always adversity in tournaments like that.
It's a state tournament. You're going to be playing the best teams in the state en route to a state championship, and I think the way you guys have shown the ability to handle some adversity, I like your chances.
Yeah, that's another thing that Biggs has molded us into, is handling adversity well.
Well, it's been a lot of fun watching you play. We've really enjoyed it. We're not done yet.
Campbellsville's getting a steal.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. But I said that. I didn't write it down. So don't write it down. I'm never going to bring it up. Talk about your decision to go to Campbellsville.
So I think it was the summer after my sophomore years when I decided that, that was the decision that I wanted to make was, recruiting is no joke. It's hard. It's stressful. It's draining. And
does it get old? Does it come a time? It's got to be great to have all these people who want you, but it doesn't come a time it just kind of gets old where it makes living your normal everyday life just kind of
There was a point in time where I was like, I'm tired of doing this. Like, obviously the dream was to play college softball, and I've gotten there, but it was a little tiring at times just trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, because that's the next 4 years and kind of decides what you're going to do. But when I made that decision to go to Campbellsville, it was an easy decision, because when I went on campus, I toured the campus. I just loved it. Like, I loved the coaches. The coaches are amazing people. I've had girls that I played with in the past tell me that they love that place. I've just never heard anything bad. It felt like home. Coaches are great. Got some third region flavor there. Isn't Camille Conk right there, too? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Peyton Blades. So we've got some of the best that third region's had to offer, and you're just going to follow right in those footsteps. It's a great program. But before you get there, we're not going to wish you the best of luck there yet, because you got 4 games left to play here, right, first. And do it for me. Get me to the Final Four, and then I'll bring you home, and we'll interview you in the post game and talk about how awesome it feels to win a state championship. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. All right, I'll meet you there then. We'll see you not this weekend, not next weekend, but the following weekend, the state championship. Jessie, congratulations on a tremendous career. It's been a lot of fun following you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Our Player of the Year, ESPN Owensboro Player of the Year, brought to you by Trophy House, a beautiful award out there. Jessie Daniels. We'll take a break. We'll come back and do the baseball side of things. Mr. Caden Ray's on deck. Live at 5, 102.7.